Hold the cornbread hiccup and last and final part to this mess. At least I hope for a while. And I'm going to start with saying, for those of y'all that all of a sudden realized I have a TikTok and you're wanting to come over here and follow me now, and you've happened to know me for many, many years, or from where I grew up, or in that vicinity, y'all can try to fool somebody else, honey. We all know why you're here, and it's for said tea, or at least the majority of you are. There's maybe one of you I've seen tried to follow me so far, and I'm following all of you back too now. But at least one of you that I know is a good, upstanding Christian woman, and I would surely hope to think, after what all you've been through, honey, you ain't over here trying to stir the stink pot. Now, for the rest of you, and if you are, you can go on back over to her page. Because you ain't getting what you want over here. Most definitely the stuff you snort up your nose, you can go back over. I'm sure she'll give you a brown bag special. Let's get on with it.
Are everything. You see, I am no different than I was before I came out. I'm still the same happy-go-lucky Jessie, except I'm growing me some nice facial hairs. I had to shave all the way up here yesterday. I have it all the way up here. I'm like, my God, I'm going to be like Grizzly Adams. But anyway, and I love it. Anyway, this is dear to my heart. So, I am me. I'm just like everybody else out there. I just identify differently, which means, very basically put, my brain isn't connected to my body.
Your brain ain't connected to nothing. And I said what I said. Now, I ain't gonna waste these whole 10 minutes watching that cockeyed mess. Y'all wanna see it? Y'all go watch it for your darn selves. But let's unpack a few lies. That little story about when we was in school and little bitties never happened. She never once legitimately ever got in trouble for going into the boys' bathroom. I don't think she ever truly went in there to begin with. But if she did, she didn't get in trouble. And see, I know, because we was in every single class together. Quite literally. Our mother made sure of that. Because she also worked there at the school. And I'm pretty sure she had been informed of Jessie getting in trouble because she tried to go into the boys' bathroom. Now, the cousin that she's talking about, that they played, I show you mine, you show me yours or whatever, and she got jealous over and couldn't understand why she didn't have one. Also, a total lie. Because what she don't tell you in that story, they played Bumped and Grind, and I stood there and watched it. And we was about 8 years old. Yeah, curiosity, right? But it wasn't because she wanted one. I mean, she did. Just not on her. In her. Correction, we might have been closer to 9 or 10. Because Jessie at this point had already had a visit from Aunt Red. If you know what I mean. And the hormones was kicking mighty fine. Ask you this, since you was made to live a certain way coming up and you did what you was told to do, was you made to accept that calling that you supposedly had on your life to preach, Jessie? Was you made to accuse me and other people of being homosexual? Was you made to make up lies, especially after you took narcotic painkillers, and say, and you know, the made up hallucinations about the lesbians chasing you? Remember when I had to drive all the way from West Monroe and go all the way to Mom and Daddy's to pull you out from under their dining room kitchen table? Because the lesbians, as you put it, had chased you plumb down the levee. While we at it, how many more times did you swallow a handful of pills and then you supposedly hallucinated and them there lesbians got after you? Was you also made to make fun of a childhood friend that we grew up with in school that was gay and openly? Was you made to put out videos from your job over there when you worked at the dealership in Fairty saying you had just enough female in you to like men? Was you made to do that too? Was you made to get married every single time that you got married and to the type of men you married? Now, did they all have the same problems, like they all beat you, ran around on you, had porno problems, gambling problems, drinking problems, and you also claimed they all had homosexual tendencies? Was you made to say those lies too, Jessie? What else I find ironic is just how narcissistic you are and your followers are. That y'all are going to sit out there and continue to call a transplant patient ignorant, stupid, make fun of her, and then you threaten her. Thought you was the man. What kind of man threatens to beat up a woman? So make your mind up. Which one are you today, a man or a woman? And before anybody comes after me with that, and I have several again that will agree with me, she ain't transgender. She ain't gay. It's all for attention. All she's ever been guilty of is being masculine or a tomboy. Like I told y'all before, several mutuals that are homosexual, that we're friends with, that we've known our entire lives, and or family members, has very much so said the same thing. I can even show y'all messages from today from 4 different people that I'm friends with on here that does not know the girl from Adam, that has followed her since she got out of jail, and I asked y'all to, that has said the same things. And something every one of those people had in common that messaged me today, they all said, people in those communities, within the communities, y'all kind of stick out to each other. It's kind of obvious. Because there's certain things that y'all do or you don't do. Of course, in true Jessie fashion, she's going to act like she knows more about something than somebody that's actually living it and in it. Why? Because she's pretending to be. Again, for attention. She ain't wanted them testicles since she got them at puberty, and it had nothing to do with her sexuality. Because she didn't want to wear a bra, and she still don't. And as your twin sister that you have shared so much with through the years, I'm pretty sure a lot of this would have come up before now, huh? Or when I point blank asked you about being gay in the past and you've denied it. Or was it the first husband or second, it might have been the second husband. When you moved home and you claimed it was because you was gay and you couldn't be married to a man no more. And I had your back like always, walked around on eggshells around our parents and others for literal months. For you to come to me and tell me it was a joke. Make your mind up, little boy, quit crying wolf. She tried to unpack what she's done in the last year and a half in 3 minutes. She stole our father's dog. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all proof. And y'all can just pause and read, because I'd made a book face post trying to help Daddy find his dog that he thought got out and he lost. But y'all pause and read. And again. And again. Long story short, my sister showed up at my father's the Friday before the dog come up missing. She actually come up there to see her aunt, not my dad, but swung on by his place to see if he would give her $100. Mind you, she stayed the night. And while she was there, she wanted to know, could she have Foxy Daddy's dog? She was told absolutely not, so she got mad and she left. When Dad went to church on Sunday morning, Daddy leaves and he does not come back home until Sunday night. He stays in town. When Dad left, he said, I'm telling you, both of those dogs was in the recliner when I left. But when he come home, Foxy was nowhere to be found. I knew instantly, and I told him, I said, Jessie come and stole her. And for 3 days, my daddy and half of the community down there looking for Daddy's little old dog. And so I posted on the book face, right, trying to help. And I get those texts from her. Now, let's debunk those lies that she just told. Anybody from down there knows that Billy Goat Point is literally like a half a mile from my daddy's house. And you're going to try to convince me and everybody else that you drove almost 5 hours, found that dog in the wee hours of the morning at 2 or 3 o'clock, load her up instead of going on down there to your dad's to let him know you found his little baby and everything's okay. You drive 5 hours back to New Orleans to give her a bath and supposedly get her spaded, which she never did any of that. She never has been, never will be, never was her dog. I rescued that dog. Jessie tried to haul off that dog, and the dog went to crying and chasing after her, and Jessie felt guilty and brought her back to Mom and Dad's. And like a year later, tried to lay claim to her. Yeah, I don't work that way. But anyway, went on letting my daddy think something horrible happened to this dog. And after those text messages, it was almost another week before my daddy got her back. Again, Grace showed to you because we should have put your sorry tale in jail. And my daddy had to have Uncle Joe come down there and sit with him when you returned her because of all the threats you made against him. God have mercy, I'm going to have to make another cockeyed video. I already know, damn, it's way too much to unpack. Video, I guess we'll cover how you snuck up on him in the deer blind, letting him know anybody could have killed him. And I guess we'll go over all the other crap you've done since then too, like try to swindle him out of his house and his land. Y'all go on to part 4.